laptops. Welcome to Franklin High School for boys lacrosse. We're underway. Franklin in the home white against Longmeadow. Pete Royce with you. Chris Leverone alongside. Longmeadow's going to shoot the save by Sam Friedman. This is a matchup between Franklin High 13-4 and Longmeadow High, the defending Division II state champions 14-2. The game is underway here just now. 4 12-minute periods. Franklin in the white, Longmeadow in the black and white. For the Panthers, it's Charlie Ballerino. The JV game was won by Longwood in a good game, 7-4 earlier today here at Piscini. Franklin coached by Chris Baker. Longmeadow Lancers coached by Keith Campbell in his 9th year. Panthers with the possession to open it up. And this is Thomas Quinn. He'll drop it out deep for Quinn Keithley, who's back after an injury. He didn't play last game or two. Not sure if he played in the KP game, but he didn't play the last home game here. And he's going to shoot, and he's going to be saved on a good save there by their goalkeeper, who's a good one, Lee Chapman, a sophomore. Chapman, according to their coach, Campbell, was responsible for their Division II state championships last year with a great game in the finals. And here come the Lancers, back going from left to right across your screen. With it here is Max Zicatella. Just starting this game. Cloudy skies, cold conditions, very windy. Does not feel like May 20th here in Franklin. Now with it is Zacatella. He's going to charge, can't shoot. And he'll drop it back out deep. It's going to be picked up back there by John Mulderig. Mulderig gets a pass on the left wing for Nathan de Blasio. No score here. This is a non-conference matchup. Franklin 13-4 and Longmeadow 14-2. Sam Friedman in goal for the Panthers, as usual. Longmeadow with a good possession here. And the save by Friedman as he turned one back, a beauty. Panthers will try to advance it now. According to Coach Campbell, this is one of their toughest games, the Franklin game. And for Coach Baker, he told me about Longmeadow, they're very good. Obviously, the Division II state defending champions. Franklin and Longmeadow seem to play every year, 1 year here, 1 year in Longmeadow. Longmeadow High, the Lancers, a great tradition, one of the early schools to adopt the game of lacrosse back in the day. So it's a rich tradition of lacrosse in Western Mass for that particular school, Longmeadow High. This is Quinn. He's going to shoot, and it's wide, and Franklin will retain possession first to the ball on the missed shot. First period, no score early on. Comes out, intended there for Walsh. Out again today is Weber. Alex Weber is still out. Also out sick today is Jack Fairweather. So Franklin a little short-handed today. This is Quinn. Thomas Quinn, a nice pass in front. Ball is knocked away from Conlon on a good defensive play by the Lancers. And here they come with some space. And blocked beautifully there by Nate Walsh. Picked up by the Lancers. And there's the shot. It's wide. The attempt there on a good open look by the Lancers. That was Brady Stocks. 7:52 to go, first period. We are scoreless from Piscini Stadium. These are the Lancers. There's a shot that's way high over everything. See if we can give you the officials for today's game. Tony Cordani and Steve Derderian. There's a shot that's wide again. Up to the back fence. That was taken by Max Zicatella. Quickly, the Lancers look like they love to attack the net. Charging in front, the shot there, the save by Friedman. What a save by Sam Friedman. And he launches out on the left for the release. Flynn Baker. This is Flynn. Cross midfield. No score. Almost 5 minutes into this one. Oh, a nice play. Beautiful ducking by Jack O'Connor. Franklin gets the ball downfield beautifully to the attacking zone. Ballerino picked up there behind the line. Back out for Quinn Keelty. Good to see Quinn back on the field. And this is Nate Walsh. Keelty. Thomas Quinn. Franklin working it around. Quinn Keelty. Now they take it behind the line. Ballerino gets it right now for Quinn. Thomas, nowhere to go with it. He'll backpedal it out. Almost midway through the first quarter, no score. Here's Thomas Quinn. Quinn's pass is deflected, and that's going to go to the back line. It's going to be hit out of bounds there by Owen Murphy, the junior defender, and Franklin will have the possession. Now with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter, we're scoreless. Franklin against Long Meadow. Walsh takes it strong. He's going to shoot. It's just wide. And first to the ball there is Jordan Gaspar. The goalkeeper again for Longmeadow is Lee Chapman, a sophomore, and for Franklin, Sam Friedman, the senior, one of their captains. Franklin looking to get on the board first. What a lift that would be. They're coming off a loss to KP yesterday, 11-4. Keelty gets through. He's going to pass. That was a shot, a bad angle, and Franklin will have it. With 5:16 to go here in the fast-moving first period. Penalty-free so far. Thomas Quinn with the ball. This is Keelty. Switch is a 360 turn. Ball knocked away, and the Lancers come out with it. It's going to be Max Zicatella. Zicatella all the way into the attacking zone. And he's bottled up, twisted down. No penalty there. Players going down. Zicatella gets the pass upfield. Now low, unable to shoot there is the Lancer. He's going to come around. He's going to get some space. His shot is blocked, and Franklin comes out with it. It's Jack Frigon. And now there's going to be a penalty, a delayed call against Longmeadow. Franklin will keep the ball. The penalty will be enforced after Longmeadow gets possession. A delayed call. This is Flynn Baker. Penalty coming up. The Panthers should have a player advantage. We'll see for how long. They're just holding it now. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. What a fast-moving first period. Walsh getting instructions from the bench is Quinn Keelty. Back to Walsh. And Thomas Quinn has it. Quinn makes his move. He's going to charge. Gets pushed down. Here's Walsh. He takes the shot. It's wide. Goes to the back line, and Franklin will still have the possession. Jordan Gaspar have it. Remember, a delayed call coming up. Players subbing out. Clock is stopped. There's the penalty posted. It's 1 minute, and it's going to go against Miles Chapman. Miles Chapman with the penalty. He's a senior. I assume the older brother of their goalkeeper, Lee Chapman. Franklin again now with a player advantage. The shot is wide there on the blast by Keelty. Franklin again, what a long possession for the Panthers. This is Nate Walsh. Franklin the player up at the moment. There's the shot. It's wide again by Keelty. Off the left arm. Left-handed shot there. 3:09 to go in the period. On the penalty, 30 seconds remaining for the Miles Chapman penalty for Longmeadow. There's the shot. It's wide, and this is going to be going down, and Longmeadow will have the ball. They can kill some clock on the penalty, of which there is 24 seconds remaining. 3:01 left in the period. Out it comes to Kevin Hrabash. Little underhanded flip there by Lee Chapman. And here come the Lancers with 2:45 to go. 7 seconds left on the Chapman penalty. Miles Chapman. Lancers taking it in. The shot is wide, and now there's going to be a flag on Franklin. A penalty there on the Panthers, as making the shot attempt was Kyle O'Connor. And a Panther will be in the penalty area. Their first infraction of the game comes with 2:35 to go in the period. We are scoreless. And let's see who the penalty is on. I believe it's on Jack O'Connor, but we'll wait for the confirmation. As the Lancers have it now in the offensive zone. Still looking for our first goal of the game. Penalty not yet posted, but we believe it's O'Connor who was cited. And here we go, back in play. The referee, Tony Cardani, re-enters the field. No, the penalty is going to be on Drew McCarthy for 2 minutes. 2-minute player advantage for the Lancers. Drew McCarthy in the penalty area. Player holding on here is Colin Muldering. Now they loop it back deep. Now whistle stops play. And a timeout called. A timeout called by, I believe that would be Coach Keith Campbell of Longmeadow. So for Longmeadow, they're 14-2. They've had some big wins on the season. For example, they defeated Central Catholic 18-2. That's a big win. And then out in the western part of the state, they defeated a nearby rival, West Springfield, 15-5. And they defeated Duxbury 6-4. So a low-scoring affair there for Duxbury. And that's important because I think Franklin will close out its season, the regular season, on May 23rd at Duxbury. So that's interesting. Two teams both playing Duxbury. Other big wins for the Lancers. They beat St. John's of Shrewsbury 16-12. They lost to Billerica 11-10. And they beat Medfield 5-3. The Longmeadow Lancers have won 7 in a row, though, and they're 14-2. So they were 7-2. Now they're 14-2. 1:36 left on the Drew McCarthy penalty. Still a player up for the Lancers of Longmeadow High School. They play again in Division II. Trying to inbound it will be Colin Muldering. Here we go. Franklin digging in front of goalkeeper Sam Friedman. Take it sideline. There's the pass there, and the shot is just off the post. And Franklin will take the ball back. What a ricochet. 1:17 left on the penalty to McCarthy. Franklin survives that blast somehow. This is Keelty across midfield. Quinn Keelty. Take a whack at it, but he still carries on. And now a violation. A violation against Franklin, I believe offside. And the Lancers will have it with 1:34 to go in the period. 56 seconds left on the penalty to McCarthy. It's been a long 2-minute penalty. With it for the Lancers is Miles Chapman. He was in the penalty area earlier today. Down low, looking for cutters, can't find any. There's the shot there, the save by Friedman, a beauty. Ball ricochets to Ethan Barnes, the junior defender. Here comes Barnes for Franklin. 1 minute, 2 seconds left in the period. We're scoreless. Ethan Barnes drops it down to the back line. Ballerino takes a couple of bumps, 3 bumps. Whistle blows, foul called there, and a timeout called by Franklin. Franklin gets the timeout. 50.1 seconds to go in the first period. 15 seconds left on the penalty to Drew McCarthy. So he'll still have a bit of time to serve. So far, the Panthers have done pretty well. Taking a look at Franklin here of late. So Franklin yesterday played at King Philip for the Hockomock League title, and they lost. They lost to KP by the score of 11-4. I talked to Coach Chris Baker about that. He said, we were just flat. We were not ready to play. And King Philip took it to us, and they deserve to take the title. And so they'll be your Hockomock League champions. I think that's the first time that KP has beaten Franklin in boys lacrosse in a while. And, of course, yesterday we had the girls lacrosse game. Franklin and King Philip, and Franklin girls won that one. Later on today, we'll give you the latest power rankings put out this very day, today, by the MIAA as we get close to the end of the regular season. Franklin will have this game. By the way, this is the second game of 3 games in 3 nights for Franklin. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, home to Walpole. Some tough opponents, and that's the way it shapes up for the schedule for Franklin High School. 15.1 seconds to go on the penalty. The Panthers with the ball, trying to get a lead to end the first period with 42 seconds to go in it. It's been a very evenly played match so far with great goalkeeping, especially by Sam Friedman. Lee Chapman hasn't been tested as much as Friedman has. 27 seconds to go in the period. This is Walsh. Nate spinning through, holding. He'll drop it back out deep for O'Connor. 13 seconds left. Here comes O'Connor. And there's the shot. What a save. It's a goal. A goal by Nate Walsh. I thought it was a save. It ricocheted off Lee Chapman, and Franklin is on the board. Nate Walsh scores with 7.8 seconds to go. Franklin 1, Longmeadow nothing. Nate Walsh, the sophomore, scores it from in close. How about the way the Panthers work the ball in the final half a minute or so, 45 seconds maybe. Walsh gets the first goal, the only goal of the game so far. 1-0 White. Steve Dedarian will line up the ball at midfield. Rocco Lampasona, whistle blown, but we're going to have a stoppage with 6.9 seconds to go. They're going to give the ball to the Lancers, see if they can do anything with 6.9. This is Max Zicatella holding it. And now the clock will run. Zicatella is going to launch one right in front. He bounces one through. 2 seconds to go, and the clock will run out. And the first period comes to a close with 1 goal. This is a fired-up team for the Panthers. By the way, a good crowd on hand here at Piscini Stadium. And, oh, by the way, a huge crowd in the JV game. When I came to the field tonight, I thought maybe I was late for the varsity game. That's how big the crowd was here at Piscini Stadium. But it was the JV game, and it was a great contest. And the Longmeadow Lancers took the measure of Franklin in that game 7-4. So we have a chance. We'll run down the latest power rankings just put out today. Not a lot has changed since last Friday rankings. For example, boys baseball in Franklin, they're ranked number 24 in the state, and they were that last Friday as well. Number 1 is Taunton. Softball has moved up 1 slot from 13 to 12. So girls softball, number 12, first place, Taunton High School. Boys lacrosse, they were at 17 last Friday. They're at 17 today. Girls lacrosse, 15 Friday, 15 today. And boys tennis, 31 Friday, 31 today. And girls tennis, 13 Friday, 13 today. First place team in girls tennis is Boston Latin. What a job Bob Pinchton has done with the Franklin Girls High team. They have a pretty good ranking of 13, so they should draw a home match in the playoffs. 12 minutes up on the big Piscini Stadium scoreboard as we start the second period on a cloudy now, mostly cloudy, very windy, very cold day here in Franklin. So we start period number 2. Great goalkeeping by Sam Friedman. He was immense. Lampasona to take the draw at midfield. And here we go. Ball is going to be taken by the Lancers. 52 degrees in Franklin right now. And with it for the Lancers is going to be Miles Chapman. 1-0, Franklin on top. Franklin now going from left to right. The attacking team is the Lancers going from right to left. Shot is misfired and Franklin will have the ball. That might have been a pass. Franklin will take it back as we just start the second period. This is Tyler Crandall, the senior. Crandall, the high pass, the catch by O'Connor. That's a skill set to catch that ball. Here comes Jack, speeding through by 2. He gets the pass on the right side for Ballerino over to Jordan Gaspar. Almost a minute gone in the second period. Franklin 1, Longmeadow no score. Out to Quinn Keelty, the junior midfielder. Ballerino, the sophomore. Around it goes. Lights are on here, of course, at Piscini Stadium. Franklin trying to set something up. Out to the top and deep for Quinn Keelty. Quinn off the right shoulder now. He's going to shoot and he's going to score. That was all Quinn Keelty. He had it off the right shoulder and then he moved it to the left and he fired one by Lee Chapman, Miles' brother, we believe. And Quinn Keelty makes it 2-0. The score comes at 10:25 of the second period. Keelty joins Walsh in the scoring column with a beautiful goal. A beautiful goal off the right side. He's flipped it to his left shoulder and launched it. And right past Lee Chapman. 2-0, Franklin with the lead. 1 goal in the first period at the final 7.8. Now 1 here at 10:25. So 2 goals in less than 2 minutes. The draw is won by Longmeadow's Nicholas DeAngelis Gray. And he goes down in a foul is going to be called. This is going to be a push here. The foul is going to be on Andrew Frollo. And he's going to go out. Frollo with the penalty. The second penalty against Franklin. There's been 1 called against Longmeadow. Going out earlier was Drew McCarthy. And now it's going to be Andrew Frollo, the football player. And he's going to have a 30-second minor. So Longmeadow will be up by a player for 30 seconds in this one, looking to close the gap. They're down 2-0. It's unbelievable. The second game of 3 games in 3 nights for the Panthers. Here's Longmeadow, the player advantage. Muldering to the top. With it there was John Mulderig. And here's the save by Friedman again. And let's see what they're going to call. They're going to keep the ball with the Lancers. 14 seconds left on the Frollo penalty. Lancers with the ball on offense. With it is Miles Chapman. Ball is picked up loose. The shot is wide. And that's going to perhaps do it. No, 5 seconds still left on the Frollo penalty. 9:45 left in the period. Pete Royce with you. Chris Leverone producing today's game. Longmeadow. Now Frollo is out. In front, the pass, the shot was wide on the blast by Muldering. Still recovered by the Lancers. Muldering again. He comes in. He's going to shoot low, and he's going to score. He's going to score. It was an even strength goal by Colin Muldering, and it makes it 2-1. Colin Muldering, a sophomore attacker, gets the first Lancer goal of the game, and it comes with 9:24 to go in the second period. 2-1 Franklin. We'll see how the Panthers respond after the Muldering goal. Center draw for the Panthers. It's been Rocco Lampasona most of the night so far, and he's still out there for the draw. Ball is on the turf. Franklin is going to win it. Taking it upfield with a nice pass there for Ballerino. Charlie loops one back. Now they cross over. Gaspar. Under 9 to go in the period. Jordan Gaspar. Fakes the pass. Now he finds somebody. Quinn Keelty. He has nowhere to go. He'll backpedal it out. Franklin switches an offensive player for Thomas Quinn back now in offense. 8:30 left. 2-1 Franklin. In the officials, Tony Cordani and Steve Dedarian. This is O'Connor. He's going to shoot. He's going to score. How about that? Jack O'Connor from distance. 3-1. Jack O'Connor counters the recent goal by Muldering with one of his own at 8:20. Just 1:24 after the goal by Muldering. And it's 3-1 Franklin. O'Connor becomes the third Panther to score in this game. 3-1 Franklin. On the draw, it's Lampasona against Nick DeAngelis Gray, the senior. Lampasona, the junior. 3-1. This is a great game so far. Ball squirts loose, picked up by Captain Flynn Baker. He takes a hit. Ball is squirted loose again. Still up for it in the battle for it, and is recovered by the Lancers on the far side. Now it's back on the turf. Franklin fighting for it, and the Lancers come out with it, and they get some space. Charging here on the left side, the shot, the save by Friedman. A beautiful save on the blast by Miles Chapman. Sam Friedman has been outstanding here today. Only one's gotten by, but he's had some difficult attempts to block him. That was a beauty by Friedman, the senior. Here's Quinn Keelty. Quinn gets by 2 to the offensive zone. 3-1 Franklin. 52 degrees here at Piscini Stadium. Ball is blocked. Up for grabs. Charlie Ballerino comes down with it. Charlie saves the possession for the Panthers. He's going to take it out. Pass to Quinn. Coming up on 7 minutes to go in the second period. 3-1 Franklin on top. Here's Nate Walsh. Walsh reversing, now moves forward. He's going to bounce one, the save by Chapman, and is picked up in there by Owen Murphy. Owen Murphy with a big number on his back, 77. Ball is battled for and still kept in the possession of the Lancers. As they take it upfield, that was Kevin Krabash. In front, the low shot and the goal. They go low, and scoring again was another high number. It's the same number who scored earlier, Colin Muldering. His second goal makes it 3-2. Colin Muldering has both goals. 3-2 game. The score comes at 6:36 of the second period. So Muldering with 2, both goals. For Franklin, it's Walsh, Keelty, and O'Connor. DeAngelis Gray and Lampasona on the draw at midfield. Almost midway through the second period. So glad you're with us, fans, on Franklin TV, and we're streaming on YouTube. Miles Chapman coming through. Another player is knocked off his route, picked up down low by the Lancers. And there's the shot. It's wide on the blast by Miles Chapman, and it's going to go to the Panthers. Franklin will have it deep on their own end. They'll start out behind their own back line. 3-2. Franklin has never trailed. They led 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, 3-2. No ties, no lead changes. Friedman gets the pass up for Quinn. Quinn gets through a jersey hold, and he's going to loop one. Caught there by O'Connor. Franklin will slow it down now for Quinn Keelty. Under 6 to go in the second. Again, Alex Weber is out and Jack Fairweather is out. Weber is hurt, Fairweather is sick. Jordan Gaspar, hesitation move. Jordan gets the pass. Now for Quinn. Thomas holding. Loops one over for Gaspar. Jordan around, charging. His ball is he was hit behind, but he's going to recover his own missed shot. Good hustle by Jordan Gaspar. Over to Thomas Quinn. Now to Jack O'Connor, and Franklin will reset. In front is Quinn. He charges, he shoots, the save. What a save, a beauty by Lee Chapman. Fantastic save by Chapman. Franklin had a good look. We're under 5 to go in the second period. Franklin holding on. This is John Muldering. Pass in the left wing. Very competitive game so far between these two powerhouse lacrosse teams. Muldering. Chapman out deep. And now it's settled down by Zicatella. Zicatella spinning through. He's going to loop a high pass. It's caught back there. Now worked out for Muldering again. Can he get the hat trick? He's in. The shot is blocked on a great block by Franklin. Making the block was Tyler Crandall. A beautiful play by Tyler Crandall, but now a holding call against Franklin, and the ball will go back to the Lancers with 4 minutes to go here in the second period. Franklin holding on just barely, 3-2. The Lancers with the possession. They're going to pass it out deep. On the left side, work it back on to the deep left. Muldering, he's got 2 goals. Chapman. And there's the shot there. It's wide on the blast by John, check the last name, Chalio with the blast and misfires, but it'll retain, the possession will be retained by the Lancers of Longmeadow. 3:27 to go in the second period. 3-2 Franklin. Pete Royce with you, Chris Leverone producing today's game. Chalio gets it back, a nice leaping catch by a Lancer. The shot there is wide. That was Zicatella, the junior. 3:12 to go. Coming back, here's Muldering for his third. A save by Friedman, and the ball goes all the way to the bench. A wicked smash, and Friedman kicked it way out. It hit the corner of his stick, I believe, and bounced all the way to the Longmeadow bench. 3:04 to go in the second period. Lancers with the possession, trying to tie the game. Will be our first tie of the contest if it happens. This is Muldering. Miles Chapman. He's going to go the other way with it. Chalio. Left side from Muldering. Picked up by Barnes. Now another penalty, a delayed call coming against Franklin. Oh, the pass misfires, and that should be Franklin ball. We'll see what the infraction is. Looks like another penalty on the Panthers. And Longmeadow will go a player up here as we get close to closing out the second period. We'll see who the infraction is on for Franklin. And it's going to be on Ethan Barnes, the junior defender. He's going to be out for 1 minute. Barnes for 1 minute. We're at 2:28 to go. We'll see if this will result in the equalizing goal. Franklin, of course, trying to kill it off now. Muldering with 2 goals. Out top it comes to his brother, I believe, John Muldering. The other Muldering is a sophomore. His brother is a junior. Trying to close with the Lancers. Muldering's shot is blocked. So it's going to go back. I'm sorry, I think they're twin brothers, both sophomores, John and Colin Muldering. Actually, it might be Mulderig. Mulderig, let's go with that. It looks like that's how it's spelled, Mulderig. This is Mulderig. Whipped around to Zicatella. Ball is shot and a save by Friedman. Indeed, Sam Friedman turned away the blast by Max Zicatella. And we're at even strength as they get off the penalty to Barnes. They kill the penalty to the Panthers. 1:17 to go. Franklin still in with the lead, 3-2. This is Keelty to the offensive zone. He took a screen from Flynn Baker. Now whistle stops play, and I believe the Panthers will call a timeout. They'll get a timeout with 1:04 to go. Remember, in the first period, they had a similar situation. They had the ball with about a minute to go. They whittled the clock down to 7.8 seconds, and then Nate Walsh scored the first goal of the game. That's how long it took to get our first goal of the game. Taking a look at the Franklin season, they started red hot. They won their first 6 games. So that was just terrific, and that was one non-league game against Shrewsbury. That was here back on April 19th. They won that one 7-5. Then a loss to Bishop Feehan. Then 5 more wins. Sharon, Stoughton, Catholic Memorial, Mansfield, and North Attleboro. Then a sound defeat to Boston College High, 10-1. A win over Attleboro, 10-3. A win over St. John's of Shrewsbury, 8-6. Then the loss yesterday, a tough loss, 11-4. Coach Baker told me he just didn't think his team was ready to play last night. But, boy, how have they regrouped today? 3-2 over Longmeadow, the defending state champs in Division II. After the timeout, Franklin will have the ball. 1:04 to go, even strength. Had a few penalties in this game. I believe 3 against the Panthers, 1 against Longmeadow. Again, the goalkeeper is only a sophomore, Lee Chapman. He's looked good. Both goalkeepers have made some outstanding saves in this game. Here comes Franklin now. With the ball with exactly 1 minute to go in the period. Keelty comes through the middle. Double teamed, gets a one-handed pass off. It's picked off, it's loose. And the players have to stay behind that midfield line. And it's controlled by Chapman, but he loses it. Now he picks it up. This is Miles Chapman. Oh, a nice pass there. Good passing. The save by Friedman on the shot by John Chalio. What a save by Friedman with 30 seconds left. Now the ball is loose. Franklin digging for it. No, it goes back to Zicatella. Zicatella for the Lancers. Another opportunity for the visitors to tie the game before the half. Time winding down. Chalio with it. Loops the pass. It's caught by Mulderig. The save by Friedman. Ball is on the turf. Picked up by Chapman. It's loose, and Friedman looks for it behind the net. And it's going to be, what do they call? No goal. No goal. It was almost a rebound shot by Mulderig, but the referee right there, looks like Tony Cordani, said no goal, and we end the half with a 3-2 score. This is exciting here today, one of the closest games we've had. To recap the scoring in the first period, Walsh for Franklin made it 1-0 at 7.8. Quinn Keelty made it 2-0 in 10:25 of the second period. Then Colin Mulderig made it 2-1 at 9:24. O'Connor 3-1 for Franklin at 8:20. And then Colin Mulderig again at 6:36. No goals in the last 6:36. We're going to pause for about 9 minutes for our halftime break and come back with the exciting second half. You're watching Franklin High Boys Lacrosse on Franklin TV. The second half is coming up next on Franklin TV. Welcome back to Piscini Stadium here at halftime between this good boys lacrosse game between Franklin High School in the home white and Longmeadow High School, the Lancers, in the visiting black with white trim. Pete Royce with you, Chris Leverone alongside. It's 3-2, Franklin with the lead as we get ready to start the final 24 minutes, 2 halves of 12-minute periods. So that's 4 periods, 12 each, 48-minute game. We start the final two quarters here in period number 3. The officials are Steve Dudarian and Steve Cordani. Let's check his first name on Cordani. Tony Cordani, I beg your pardon. Steve Dudarian. It's Rocco Lampasona to take the draw against Nicholas DeAngelis Gray. They've been battling for face-off wins the entire game, and it's DeAngelis Gray who wins it. Here comes Longmeadow. Try to tie the game here in the first few seconds of the third quarter. This is John Chalio. He's going to drive it to the back line. Out front for John Mulderig, twin brother of Colin Mulderig, who's got the two goals for the Lancers. Very evenly played game. Great goalkeeping by both teams in the first half. Chalio will drop it. Colin Mulderig to the top for Chapman. Back for Chalio. Skip pass. It's blocked by Flynn Baker. It's put up in the air. It's found, and it's going to be a drive to the back line, and that's not going to be considered a pass. It's going to be considered a pass, and Franklin will have the ball. Actually, they were first to the ball anyway, so whether pass or shot attempt, they would have it. And here comes Quinn Keelty. Quinn. And he'll drop it back deep for Nate Walsh. Walsh had the first goal of the game at 7.8 seconds to go in the first period. Franklin will reset its offense. This is O'Connor. Jack spinning through, carries it forward. He's going to shoot. It's blocked. The rebound is loose, and Gaspar goes down hard. No penalty called. Gaspar was hit hard. No, they are going to give the ball back to Franklin. Okay. That makes sense. Gaspar was fouled on the play. No penalty, but he was fouled, so the Panthers will have it. Almost 140 or so in the third quarter. This is Quinn Keelty. Quinn spinning through, looking for a pass in front, too high for Ballerino. Recovered there, though, by Quinn for O'Connor. Jack loops one for Walsh. Nate, he's going to shoot. It's wide. And first to the ball there is Jordan Gaspar. Franklin will retain possession with 9:46 to go in the third period. 3-2 Franklin, a low-scoring affair. This is O'Connor for Charlie Ballerino. Charlie comes around, drops one out for Walsh. For Quinn. Thomas. Gaspar. And the ball is taken back. Stolen by the Lancers. Taken by Tyler Wilson, the senior. Pass comes up to Jack Sullivan. This is he with it. The low shot and the goal. Wow. What a blast by John Chalio. John Chalo, I should say. John Chalo ties the game at 3-3. The tie comes at 9:02 of the third period. For Chalo, his first goal. Mulderig had 2, and now Chalo has 1. 3-3, the first tie of the game. Lampasona and DeAngelis Gray on the face-off at midfield. So the Lancers have battled back from 1-0, 2-0, and 3-1 deficits. They've scored 2 goals in a row to tie this game. One to end the first half and one to start the third quarter. With it now is Owen Murphy. He drops it for Chaldo. What a wicked shot he uncorked a moment ago. Lancers coming through. The shot there is wide and high on the attempt by Muldrig. And the possession will stay in the hands of the Lancers, the visitors from Longmeadow, Mass. We believe they are the third-ranked team in Division II at the moment. This is Miles Campbell. Pass is errant, and it's going to go to the back line all the way up front. And Gasper will come out of his defensive position to make the play. Bunch of subs coming in and out. Franklin should have the ball. Whole bunch of subs coming in. Franklin has it. This is Quinn Kilty. Pair of number 6s matched up here. This is Kilty charging through. He gets a bump. No foul on the play. Ball is loose in front. Scramble for it. And now whistle stops play. And there was a penalty. Yes, we thought that was a wicked bump. And Franklin should have the player advantage here. Franklin should have the player advantage. I believe going out will be Maury Garrett III. So we'll wait for the posting. There's 10:01. It is going to be on. Now let's check it. Now they say it's on Nicholas DeAngelis Gray. So he'll be out for 1 minute. Franklin with the player advantage for 1 minute. Can they break the tie? Kilty. Pass by O'Connor. He snares it high in the air for Kilty. Walsh, low shot there by Ballerino was blocked. Ballerino keeps the ball alive. Franklin has it again. And Kilty loses it. Here come the Lancers. They got some attendance here in the Piscini Stadium crowd. Ball goes all the way to Friedman. He was very alert to take the one hopper. He's going to launch when the midfield is caught by Walsh. 22 seconds left on the penalty to DeAngelis Gray. Underhand pass for Walsh. Down low, Ballerino, it's blocked. Goes steered wide. Franklin should have the possession. Only 9 seconds left on the penalty to DeAngelis Gray. Seamus Conlon will go out for Franklin. And coming in will be Quinn Kilty, sub for Coach Chris Baker. Franklin will have it. 9 seconds left on the power play. O'Connor loops one, too high for Walsh. He can't catch it. It's going to go. It'll go to the Lancers, and they fought off this penalty with 7:01 to go. We're tied at 3. Lee Chapman in goal. He's done a great job for them. You can see why Coach Campbell said about him that he was the reason why they clinched the championship last year in Division II state championship. Great goalkeeping for him. And Chapman only a sophomore. Ball is loose on the turf. Franklin comes out with it. Gets over to Friedman. Sam starts the Panther break on the far side in front of their bench. Looped in front. That was to Drew McCarthy. Mentioned Franklin with some subs in the game now. We'll try to identify them. With it now is Seamus Conlon, who comes back in. To the back line. Ballerino. Out for Quinn. Nice catch by Thomas. Nate Walsh had the first goal of the game. He's looking for another. He charges. He shoots. It's wide. And let's see. They're going to give the ball to Longmeadow. First to the ball after the missed shot. 5:29 to go here in the third period. We're tied at 3. Only one goal this period. Here come the Lancers now, looking to take their first lead of the game. John Mulderig for Charlo. Charlo has the last goal of the game to tie it at 3. First tie. Coming up on 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Miles Campbell with it. He'll loop it for Zicatella. Behind the goal it comes. Taking a bump is Campbell. Now a whistle stops play. Push against McCarthy. They'll stop play. Oh, there was an errant ball on the field. That's what the play was about. Not a bump, an errant ball. Charlo with it. 4:44 left in the third. Comes out now deep for Kyle O'Connor. In front, the shot there. It hit the post, the rebound and the goal. The rebound and the goal. The goal was delivered by John Mulderig. The Mulderig twins with 3 of their 4 goals. And this was John Mulderig. He scores for the first time today. Longwood has the lead at 4-3. They've scored 3 straight goals to go from 3-1 down to 4-3 up. The goal comes at 4:31. John Mulderig. So Franklin now will play from behind. That's a first lead change. 1 tie, 1 lead change in this game so far. The tie was at 3. Now it's 4-3. Longmeadow. 52 degrees and windy here at Piscini Stadium. Lampisona tries to get the ball. It's on the turf. Bumping around are players. And Franklin sends it forward to the back line. That's going to be an errant pass, and Longmeadow will have it deep in their own end with 4:18 to go in the period. Out near midfield, and here come the Lancers again. Now with the lead for the first time today. With it here is Nathan DeBlasio. DeBlasio holds, kills some clock. We're under 4 to go in the third. Charlo, a junior. Still retained. He goes down hard. He just stumbled through it and is picked up and stolen by the Panthers. Picked off in there by Tyler Crandall. He loses it. Comes to Campbell in front. And the goal. Mulderig. Colin Mulderig. Mishandled ball by the Panthers. And Colin Mulderig makes it 5-3. Mulderig. Colin, his 3rd goal. So he's got the hat trick. And his goal comes at 3:27. All Longwood in the third period. 3 goals by Charlo, John Mulderig, and Colin Mulderig. And Colin now with 3. 5-3. 4 straight goals when you go back to the second period. Panthers down by 2 now. Again, their second day game in 2 nights. They'll have another game tomorrow against Walpole here at Piscini. Then they'll close out the regular season on the road against Duxbury. And that game is on May 23rd. It's a 7 o'clock start at Duxbury. 5-3, Longwood with the ball and the lead. With it is Kyle O'Connor, the senior. High ball is caught by Zicatella. Max, he's going to shoot. The save by Friedman. He goes down, makes the splits, but now it's loose. And again, Friedman covers it up beautifully. Oh, he's so alert down there is Max Friedman, the senior goalkeeper for Coach Chris Baker. Here come the Panthers now, trying to get closer. They're down by 2. Pass in front, one hopper, it's bobbled, but now picked up by Quinn Keelty. Keelty starts to advance, comes charging through. He's in, he's going to shoot, and it's a save. What a save by Chapman. Terrific save by Chapman. Here come the Lancers flipping the field real quick. With it for them is Brady Stocks. Stocks with 2 minutes to go in the period. All Longmeadow here in the third quarter. They go from trailing at halftime 3-2 to a 5-3 lead. Mulderig, he's got the hat trick, spins around, can't launch. Ball is knocked, he picks it up, he shoots, and he's blocked. The ball ricochets out of bounds. It'll be Longwood ball with 1:38 to go. Clock moving here in the third. O'Connor signaling people through, and with the ball is Brady Stocks. Stocks loops one back to O'Connor on the left wing for Miles Chapman. 1:14 to go in the period. Chapman spinning through. Finds a player on the right side, no shot attempt. They back it out for John Mulderig. He's got a goal. He's got one of the goals, the middle goal of their spurt here. In front, the shot, the save by Friedman, a beauty. And player goes down hard. Hurt on the play was Tyler Crandall. He's doubled up, and he's going to come out, I believe. No, he's still going to stay in. He looked like he caught the ball right in his midsection. He's going to play on with 46 seconds to go in the period. The Lancers looking for more. They lead it 5-3. Out deep with it is Mulderig, John. There's the shot. It's high. It deflected from Chapman right into the stick of a Panther. Was picked up in there by Franklin's Jack Frigon. What a save by Frigon. He's going to send one down. It's going to be a turnover, and Longmeadow will have it again with 21.1 seconds to go here in the third quarter. They lead it 5-3. They're going to bring the ball up to near midfield. And here come the Lancers again. This is Sullivan. Sullivan holding. 13 seconds to go in the period. Mulderig goes down. No foul on the play. The ball is loose. Clock winding down here in the third. And picking it out for Franklin is Carter Balducci, and now the clock expires. The third quarter comes to a close. All Longmeadow that period. And they lead it after 3 by the score of 5-3. So recapping the scoring in this one, start at the beginning where Franklin got on the board with 7.8 seconds to go in the first period. Nate Walsh scored. Then Quinn Keelty made it 2-0, 10:25 into the second. Then a goal by Colin Mulderig, the first of 3 goals for Colin, 2-1 Franklin at 9:24. Jack O'Connor made it 3-1 Franklin at 8:20. Colin Mulderig made it 3-2 Franklin at 6:36. That closed out the first half where we had a 3-2 score, Franklin with the lead. In the third quarter, it's been all Longmeadow scoring-wise. John Charlo had one at 9:02 to tie it, the first tie. Then John Mulderig made it 4-3, his first goal. Then Colin Mulderig, his twin, 5-3 at 3:27. No scoring in the last 3 minutes and 27 seconds of the third quarter. 12 minutes to go. 1 tie, 1 lead change. So far, it's been a battle of good goalkeeping primarily, especially Friedman. He's been outstanding, and Chapman's made some nice saves the other way for Longmeadow. 12 minutes up on the scoreboard. Cold night in Franklin. Probably the only ones don't feel it are the players on the field, racing up and down the field. Again, the officials, Tony Cordani and Steve Derderian. The center draw here. We start the fourth period in Longmeadow will go from right to left. There's a bump picked up by Chapman. Miles, he's going to loop one in front. The shot, the save by Friedman. Loose ball in front. Coming out with it. Franklin trying for it. It's still loose. And now the whistle halts play. And let's see if they're going to give it to the Panthers. No, it's going to stay with Longmeadow. Real scrum for that ball, and the Lancers are awarded the ball. This is John Mulderig for Kyle Sullivan. Now with it is John Charlo. Back to John Mulderig. They whip it around. Taking her out from behind on the right wing now. Deep back there is Charlo. His pass comes out near midfield for John Mulderig. His brother Colin. This is Miles Chapman spinning through. There's a lane, but a misfired pass. And Franklin is going to steal it. With it for the Panthers, Carter Balducci. Franklin quickly flipping the field. But they need a goal. They need 2 to tie, 3 to win. That's if they can keep Longmeadow off the board any further. The wraparound shot of beauty, but just missing was the attempt by Charlie Ballerino, the sophomore. Nice play, but just off center on that goal attempt. Panthers will retain possession. 10:32 to go. 5-3 Longmeadow. Walsh. Right side for Jack O'Connor. He gets a shot off, the save by Lee Chapman, and he gets a nice pass. In full stride with it was John Mulderig for Chapman. Oh, beautiful passing and a beautiful fake there by Colin Mulderig. What a play. What passing by Longmeadow. And John Mulderig gets his 4th goal of the game, a beauty. It comes at 10:04. 10:04, and it makes it a 6-3 game. 5 straight goals by the Lancers. They were down 3-1, and now they lead it 6-3. For John Mulderig, Colin Mulderig, his 4th goal of the game. He leads all scorers with 4. Nobody else has more than 1. Here's the draw. Franklin is going to go on defense again after the draw, rather. Zicatella, rather. 3-goal lead for the visitors from Longmeadow, Mass. Charlo with it now. Longmeadow has battled back. They were down by 2 goals, 2-0 and 3-1. Charlo, long possession. Nice catch there by Sullivan. Miles Campbell comes out of the pack with it. The blast there and the goal. The goal by Zach Zicatella. Zach Zicatella, first time he scored. And he makes it 7-3. His goal comes at 9:06 of the 4th period. And it's 7-3 now. Longmeadow. Remember, they trailed 3-1. 6 straight goals pumped home by the Lancers from Longmeadow, Mass. Zicatella with his first goal, and Longmeadow wins the draw, and they're going to have a player advantage. Is fouled on the play, penalized, would be the Panthers against Nicholas DeAngelis Gray. Here's the shot and the goal again. The goal again, this time by Zicatella again. Zach Zicatella, 2 in a row. He makes it 8-3 at 8:50, 16 seconds after the last goal by himself. He scores again at 8:50, 8-3, 7 straight goals See what they do with the flag. Sometimes they wave it off if there's a score on the delayed call. Official Tony Cordani over to the sideline explaining things. Coach Keith Campbell satisfied with the explanation. The foul is going to be on Franklin. The penalty is going to be on Owen Essam, the junior. He's going to be out for 2 minutes. So not only did they give up a goal, they're going to be a player shy for 2 minutes in this fourth quarter. 7 straight goals by Longmeadow. They've opened it up here 8-3. Just a tough schedule for the Panthers. They have Walpole tomorrow here. Nicholas Gray on the draw with Rocco Lampasona. Rocco battles strong, and oh no, this is going to be a new goal for a face-off person, Andrew Frollo. And the ball is going to go to the Lancers. Frollo battled for it, but they award it to the Lancers, and here they come looking for more. This is Colin Mulderig. He's got 4 goals. The last one was an absolute beauty. He just faked and held and went low. Out top for his brother John. The Lancers in control here. This is Colin Mulderig. Zicatella, he's lit it up twice. His Mulderig shot is wide. To the back line, 1:21 left on the penalty to Owen Essam. Lancers moving the ball around beautifully. Down in front, another pass there. It's errant, and Franklin hustles for the ball. Player goes down, no whistle. Picked up there by John Mulderig. Now a whistle stops play, and a timeout called. The Longmeadow fans here in attendance whooping it up. Good crowd on hand, people lining the fence along the track. Bleachers here. Fans standing on the far side. And we have 59 seconds left. We'll recap the latest power rankings from the MIAA. Boys baseball 24, softball 13, boys lacrosse 17, girls lacrosse 15, boys tennis 31, and girls tennis 13. So 13 ranked teams are the girls tennis team and the softball team. How about that? And remember, fans, in about a week or so, we'll start our bracket analysis shows on Franklin TV in conjunction with our media partner, Mass Live. So look for that. We'll review all of the brackets when they come out. It's all one big tournament, different brackets, different divisions. We'll have it all for you coming up in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned for announcements on when we're going to air those shows. It has to do with when the MIA releases the final pairings. That'll be coming up shortly. Here we go with the final 7:45 of this one. 8-3. Longmeadow has pulled it way ahead. Campbell, his pass is errant. It's going to go back deep and scooped up there nicely by John Charlo. Gets it over to John Mulderig. In front, the low shot, the save by Friedman, a beauty. Ball, this is really physical play out there now. And Colin Mulderig has it. He charges through. He can't release. Here's the shot there. The save. It hit the post. I believe it hit the post. Now whistle stops play. Violation against the Lancers, and Franklin will finally have it. They go to Friedman deep in his own back line. Over to Drew McCarthy with 6:57 to go in this one. A penalty coming up on Longmeadow. This is Flynn Baker, the coach's son. Flynn charging the goal. He gets a shot off. It's blocked. And Franklin will retain possession. Delayed call coming up against Longmeadow. Franklin subbing in several players now on this transaction. 6:43 to go. Jack O'Connor picked up the flag, hands it to Steve Dedarian, the official. Franklin with the possession. I believe it's a delayed call coming against the Lancers. Franklin needs some goals. This is O'Connor. Left side, down low, back out it comes. Quinn Keelty now. O'Connor. Keelty drops it, picks it up, drops it. It's kicked by the Lancers, now recovered by Owen Murphy. So there was no delayed call. They waved the flag off. Murphy takes the hit. Down low, Mulderig behind the back shot, saved by Friedman. Behind the back shot by Colin Mulderig. He has got some skills. This is Quinn, pushed hard. He survives it. Gets the pass in front. It's picked off in there. Picked off, and now taking a hard hit. Oh, this is getting real physical, and this is going to be a penalty on Franklin. Oh, it's getting real physical out there. There was a penalty called earlier, I missed it, on John Mulderig. He was out, I believe, for 30, but now he's still got 4 seconds to serve, so I'm sorry I missed that. But now there's going to be a penalty on Franklin. This could be, in my opinion, a 2-minute call here. We'll wait for the official posting. 5:47 to go. Physical play here in the last few minutes. And the penalty is going to be called against Franklin, as we anticipated, on Thomas Quinn. He's going to go out for 1 minute. Minute for Quinn. 5:47 to go. 4 seconds left on the penalty to John Mulderig for Longmeadow. Then Franklin will have the advantage for 56 seconds. 8-3. Franklin has not scored this half. And Longmeadow has scored 6 times. 6 in a row plus 1 goal to close out the first half. 7 goals in a row for the visitors. This is Miles Chapman. Penalty is out for Mulderig. John. This is he with it. Out of the penalty area. Franklin with the, now it's going to be the player advantage, I should say, for Longmeadow. And a nice steal there by Drew McCarthy on Colin Mulderig. He appeals to the ref, but no call. Just as McCarthy coming. Drew gets some space. Pass on the left side. Struggling with it is Walsh. He shoots. Oh, he bounced it too high. He bounced it right over the goal. He just hit the wrong angle and bounced over the net. 17 seconds left on the Quinn penalty. Player advantage still remaining for Longmeadow. Chapman, Mulderig. Colin, he comes through, can't release. 7 seconds to go on the penalty to Quinn. Chapman holding. The penalty is up. Both teams at even strength. There's the blast, and the shot was deflected by Chapman. Franklin will win the ball with 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Started good for Franklin, but what a comeback by Longmeadow. They recovered from 2-goal deficits at 2-0 and 3-1, and they've scored the last 7 goals of this game. Here's Drew McCarthy with 4:30 left. Friedman way out of goal for Franklin, over beyond the 40-yard line. Now he's going to retreat back. Franklin hasn't scored a goal this half, and it's stolen, picked off in there by the Lancers. Is taken back now by Franklin on the pickup there by Tyler Crandall. Franklin with some pressure here in the offensive zone. There's the shot there by Keelty. It's wide to the back line. Franklin will have the possession with 4:03 to go. Quickly, they put it in play. O'Connor goes low. Franklin will have it again on the shot by O'Connor. Keelty back there to retrieve. Under 4 to go in the game. Again, Franklin will play tomorrow night at 6 o'clock against Walpole here at Piscini. Another non-league game. Keelty Comes around, goes low. The save by Chapman. Lee Chapman did a nice job there as Keelty faked him a couple of times, once anyway. Then Chapman came up big. 3.5 minutes to go in the game. 8-3, Longmeadow. Long pass. That's going to be taken by Franklin. Now they lose it. Picked up by John Mulderig. Mulderig, the twin of Colin. Picked up by Barnes is John Mulderig. 3 minutes to go in the game. 8-3, Longmeadow. They're in no hurry. This is John Mulderig. Leaves it on the right side. Good speed here by Kyle O'Connor. O'Connor to the back corner. Picked up there by Carter Balducci. O'Connor still holding the ball. No shot clock here in high school. Not this year anyway, maybe next year, according to assistant coach of the girls team, John Layton. He says there may be one next year. We'll see how that goes. Colin Mulderig. He's hooked, and that's going to be a penalty. A penalty on Franklin. They hooked him. A holding call. The actual call. Steve Dedarian with the call. One of the two officials. The other one, Tony Cordani. 2:08 to go. We'll see who this one is on. I thought maybe it was on Friedman. I'm not sure. 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go. A big rush of goals here. 7 in a row by the visitors. They won the JV game here. 7-4. The penalty is going to be on Carter Balducci, the senior, out for 30 seconds. 30-second player advantage for Longmeadow. And they have it in the offensive zone. And the clock has restarted, coming up on 2 minutes to go in the game. Miles Chapman. In front, the shot and the goal. Campbell fed Zicatella. He gets his third straight goal. Zach Zicatella. That was a player advantage goal. Comes at 1:54 on the penalty to Carter Balducci. And it's 9-3, 8 goals in a row by Longmeadow. Still 17 seconds left on the penalty to Carter Balducci, the senior midfielder. He'll be playing at Mount St. Charles Academy, doing a postgraduate year next year in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. 1:54 to go, 9-3. All the scoring in the second half, 7 straight goals in the half, 8 overall in the game. And Longmeadow is coasting now with a 9-3 advantage. Remember, Franklin tomorrow hosts Walpole. That's at 6 o'clock, and then they're on the road on May 23rd to close out the regular season at Duxbury, a 7 o'clock game there. DeAngelis Gray wins it, but Franklin steals it. And here they come with 1:45 to go. Physical play here, and the penalty, a hook against the Lancers. Very physical. Now whistle stops play. And now coming in, another penalty after the play was whistled. And again, it's gotten really, really physical. Going down hard there was Paul Ekmalian. And I think going out will be, well, we'll wait for the call. A penalty, 2 penalties on the play, one against Longmeadow and one against Franklin. Taking a wicked hit there. Appears to be okay is Paul Ekmalian, the senior defender. We'll wait for the posting on the penalties. It's gotten a little bit ugly here in the last few minutes of this game. Big lead, 9-3. And the officials, Cordani and Derdarian, go to the scorer's table to sort this one out. Big lead. Just in this half, goals by Charlo, John Mulderig, Colin Mulderig, John Mulderig, and 3 in a row by Zach Zicatella. Zicatella, a junior. Some young players on this team. The Mulderig twins are sophomores. Charlio is a junior. Sullivan is a sophomore. The goalkeeper, Lee Chapman, is a sophomore. How about that for building a future for the defending state champs in Division II? Here are the penalties for Franklin. 2 of them, one on Rocco Lampasona for 2 minutes and one on Quinn Keelty for 3 minutes. And for Longmeadow, a 2-minute call on Miles Chapman. So Franklin kind of imploding here at the end, trailing at 9-3. 2 minutes on Lampasona and 3 on Quinn Keelty. And 1 minute on Miles Chapman. So it'll be a player advantage for 1 minute for Longmeadow. Then they'll have another player advantage for another minute. But by then, the game will be over because there's only 1:37 left. So Franklin here is going to drop on the season to 13-5. They'll lose their second game in a row. And Longmeadow is going to win, I believe, their 8th game in a row for the defending state champs in Division II. Well, we sorted out all the infractions. We still have 1:37 left in this one. Coach Chris Baker out on the field wants some kind of explanation from Tony Cordani. He seems to be satisfied and he walks away. 134, 137. Now they post another penalty on Longmeadow. So it's going to be even strength. This one is going against Nicholas DeAngelis Gray. He's going to be out for 1 minute. So after a minute, there will be a 37-second player advantage for Longmeadow. Here we go. Final minute and change. Zicatella, what a spark plug he's been in this half. 3 straight goals. A violation here against Longmeadow. And the Panthers have it with a long pass to midfield. Charging upfield is Jack Frigon. And the pass is deflected on the goal attempt with 1:17 to go. Franklin will retain possession, but down by 6. Walsh waiting for the whistle. And now it comes, and here we go. Franklin has not scored this half. And now they have. It's a sub. Jack Nelson scores. Jack Nelson scores. The first goal for the Panthers this half, it comes at 1:08. Nelson's first goal. And it's only the 4th goal of the game. 3 previous goals in the first half by Walsh, Keelty, and O'Connor. Now Jack Nelson makes it 9-4. 1:08 to go in the game. Nice goal by Nelson. Taking the draw now will be Andrew Frollo. And it's going to be for the Lancers, Nicholas DeAngelis Gray. And I'm sorry, I might have misread that scoreboard. No, it still shows Gray as being in the penalty area, so he can't be on the field. Now he goes to the sideline. I'm not sure what he was thinking there. He's got 32 more seconds to serve. He cannot take the draw. The draw is going to come from Owen Murphy, the junior. DeAngelis Gray is in the penalty area. He came on the field to take the face-off. He's not allowed to. He's in the penalty area for another 32. Here we go. The final 1:06. Ball is dropped. Foul called against Owen Murphy. Franklin will have it with 1 minute left in the game. O'Connor, he has a goal early on in this game. The 3rd goal of the game. The shot there in the goal. Another goal, I believe, by Jack O'Connor. Just mentioned his name, and I believe he scored again. But could be too little too late for the Panthers at 51.6 seconds to go. 9-5. So Franklin gave up 7 straight goals. Now they scored 2 themselves. And we will try to close this game out here. 9-5, 51.6 seconds still left. Franklin in the midst of a 3-game and 3-night streak. They have another game tomorrow against Walpole. And that one will start at 6 o'clock here at Piscini. Franklin wins the draw. It's kicked forward, though, and picked up there by O'Connor. It's mishandled by Frollo. And now Andrew still comes forward. He picks it up. It's bobbled again. It's on the turf. Franklin racing for it. Cannot get it. And here come the Lancers with 33 seconds left in the game. And now a whistle stops play here. And not sure what the infraction is. Is there a timeout? Wow. I don't understand that timeout with 29.7 seconds to go. The penalties are up for Longmeadow, but there's 2 in the area for Franklin, so a 2-player advantage for the next 29.7 seconds. And I believe that was a Longmeadow timeout. Not sure of that, but I believe so. They had possession. So we'll have 29.7 seconds to go. Here in the second half, it's been Longmeadow scoring the first 7 goals of the game and the last 2 by Franklin. The 2 by Franklin, Jack Nelson gets one at 1:08, and then just about 17 seconds later, O'Connor gets one at 51.6. So it's 9-5, 29.7 seconds to go. Fans still in attendance here for this game. Longmeadow will close out its regular season. And let's see, they will be at Medfield, I believe. That's on May 27th. For the Lancers. Could be wrong on that date, but I believe it's at Medfield on the 27th. Here we go, the final 21. Ball is loose. Player goes down. A hold called against Franklin, and the Lancers will have it. The Lancers will have it here. Final 20. This is Zicatella. Down to his own baseline and beyond. Waving players through. Draws a double team, gets the pass over. Far side. This is going to do it here. As John Mulderig runs out the clock, and Longmeadow wins it by the score of 9-5. So they're going to move to 15-2 on the season, and Franklin has dropped to 13-5. We'd like to thank you for tuning in. I'd like to thank our producer, our director, our camera operator tonight, Chris Leverone. This is Pete Roy saying so long from Piscini Stadium on the campus of Franklin High School. The final score for the final time tonight, Longmeadow High 9, Franklin 5. Till next time, so long, neighbors.